In the quiet suburban neighborhood of Oak Springs lived a young woman named Emily. She was in her late 20s, with an infectious smile that could light up the darkest room. Emily was known for her spirited nature, yet beneath her radiant exterior laid a struggle she couldn't quite shake off. A struggle with negative self-talk that seemed to dominate her thoughts. One chilly autumn morning, while the leaves were busy laying a carpet of gold on her driveway, Emily awoke with a heaviness that clung to her soul. A sense of tiredness that no amount of sleep could banish. She sat up, looked in the mirror, and whispered to her reflection, "Why do you feel so inadequate? So unworthy? Is anything ever going to change?" Her life had become a monotonous cycle of work, home, and trying to find joy in coffee breaks that barely tasted sweet anymore. It wasn't until she stumbled upon an online article that sparked something within her. The words jumped out at her, "Every cell inside you is affected by your inner talk. The first step in the healing journey is your talk to yourself." She felt a bolt of realization surge through her. Curious and inspired, Emily decided to embark on a journey of self-discovery. She began attending a local meditation class led by an old sage named Mr. Lee, whose presence was akin to a calm breeze. "The voice inside your head can become the light in your path or the shadow in your soul, Emily," Mr. Lee would tell her. Each session with Mr. Lee was an eye-opener. His teachings were simple yet profound, often wrapped in stories. One day, after class, Emily approached him with a question that had been burning in her mind. "Mr. Lee, how do I change the way I talk to myself? I find it so hard to believe those positive things when they feel like little lies." Mr. Lee smiled gently. "It's like tending to a garden. If you nurture and water it with kindness and patience, beautiful things will grow. Start by acknowledging your thoughts without judgment, and slowly replace them with affirmations that reflect love and acceptance." Taking his advice to heart, Emily decided to make a conscious effort to change her inner dialogue. She wrote positive affirmations on sticky notes and placed them around her apartment. "You are deserving of love, your potential is infinite, you are enough as you are." Slowly, her environment transformed into a gallery of encouragement. Emily began to notice subtle changes in herself. The heaviness that once bogged her down started to lift. Her smile grew wider, more genuine, and whenever a voice of doubt attempted to creep back in, she countered it with kindness. She realized her self-talk was no longer an enemy, but a friend guiding her towards healing and growth. Months passed and Emily's transformation became evident to those around her. Her friends noticed how her laughter filled the spaces they gathered in, her colleagues admired the conviction in her voice during meetings. More importantly, Emily felt it. The metamorphosis wasn't just external but deep-rooted within her. One day, while sitting with Mr. Lee under the ancient oak tree that shaded their small neighborhood park, Emily shared her gratitude. "Every cell inside me is definitely happier now," she chuckled. "Thanks to your wisdom, Mr. Lee."